It wasn't even him like purposely defending me. It was just him bouncing off a wall and crashing into me.
Join me, Josh. But
Update the game on the update.
would you say 4.5k is worth it for him?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
You know, his market price right now is only 2k. Only 2. And that's what you start off with. 4.5k is a lot more expensive than Matrix Tube is.
Yeah.
And Matrix Tube was the one who got 9 second places in the season, in season 2, going against a cheater, Potato Snack, and going against probably one of the best drivers to be to come out of FM1, Joshua Williams, in his debut. Who I remind you got P3 in his debut. 3.5k for a man like that, for a man who went against a cheater, a championship leader at that time, a one of the best FM1 drivers to debut finishing P3. He got consecutive second place, 9 in that season, and like 5 in a row, and he's only worth 3.5k, and you willingly spent and signed a contract with Rio Loves Waguri for 4.5.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I mean, do you not feel any regret for that?
Not real money, not a clue.
Fair enough, but you were willing to spend 10k almost a week, a season.
Yeah. I can't do anything about it now.
That is pretty true. But I just want to put that into your mind, you know. 4.5k for a new driver who Matrix Shoop's only getting getting paid 2k a season, and he's performing better. Do you have any hopes Rio performs better than Arnulf?
Yeah.
High hopes? Low hopes?
High.
High. How high?
It was his first race.
True that.
Mine wasn't much better. There was the same amount of people in my first race. I just got one more place.
I mean, 6 racers in the De Jorge race, right? With it being Potato Snack, Matrix Shoop, you, Predator Kale, Zealous Coyote, and who else?
It's a much wider race. Like, it's a much wider track.
True that. However, at the same time, you could argue. Actually, you can't. Wait, let me think if I have an argument here. At the same time, you could argue you had less practice. He had a whole day, you had none.
Yeah.
Question is, would you consider him to be on your caliber? Like, would you consider him to be on the path that you were on?
I thought Dylan was, but
How'd you feel with that last overtake you did on the Copia Fascia race?
I was very, very happy with that. I thought I was going to get dragged back as soon as I got in the clear.
I mean, penultimate lap of the race and you pull off that move. That's crazy. You got Jackson next. One of your favorites. I think you've won 3 consecutive times, maybe 4, if I'm not wrong. With
It is my favourite.
3 of them being in a row.
And one of them being my first ever win.
Yes, true. Which did happen in the same season that you debuted in. Unlike Tipsy, who took another season. I mean, you could argue Matrix Tube is to the caliber of you, if you think about it. He won his first race in his first ever season, and he's being paid 2K. Your market value, 6 or 5K, something like that.
5, and the beats is 6.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Newcomer comes in 4.5K. Oof. Even Nizam has a higher market value than him. 2.5, and you know how Nizam raced.
It was his first race.
I don't know.
I'm joining now.
Okay, you don't expect much, you know. You see people like Victor Gyökeres doing good in Portuguese league, and you tell me that he's gonna do bad. What more a person who's never raced, and then you sign him for 4.5K, and you tell me he's gonna do good?
Gyökeres did do bad.
Well, that just fully justifies your thoughts on Rio.
And then your argument was it was his first race, not race, match.
Well,
So,
he's in a new league. No, but my argument right now is a man who's used to the sport is doing bad. What more of a person who hasn't got any experience of the sport and only an ambition for your team? Why would you sign him for 4.5K?
Because I'm stupid. And the beats plan worked incredibly well.
You know, I'm really starting to think. Hi, Josh. You're putting a big gamble here. Even though I'm not the team owner anymore, I'm just, you know how let's get the Buick. You know how Gary Neville, despite him being a commentator, you can clearly see he's biased to Man United, right?
Yep.
Despite me being a commentator, I think everybody knows now that I'm completely biased to LeBron James.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What is it?
A day.
It's absolutely sad as a fan of LeBron James to see them sign for 4.5K a person. At first I had high hopes, you know. PC driver always has goodish results. I mean, we've only had one other PC driver anyways.
You believe Mikel Arteta when he said trust the process, believe me. Trust the process.
But Josh, Mikel
he has access to the rounds.
Yeah, but would you think he's gonna practice after a race result like that? The beat told us himself that he was being a bit of a quote unquote Freddy after that race, and we all know what that means.
If he doesn't race again, then contract has gone.
No teammate for you.
I say, why can't I just get another one?
I mean, you could, but what other options you have?
Ready.
You really want to go back to a team of him?
No, but I'll win. Comfortably.
Fair enough, but we've always been fed the thought of you signing people not for the win, but for the nurturing of a new player. The Beat's been the one who's signing for win.
Theoretically, could I sign the Beat?
You could if he decides to leave the team. He's not tied down to.
That's what's gonna happen if Rio doesn't want to come back. Then I'll just sign the Beat.
The silly season's really starting then. Silly season's absolutely really starting. If that actually happens, that would break. I'm telling you, that would break FM1. If that absolutely happens.
Thanks. Did you see that?
I did. That's crazy though.
Oh, bumper came on. Oh no. I'm lagging. Oh, there we go.
If you were to sign the Beat, what price would you give him per season? I mean, let's get into a view into your mind about that contract that theoretically you would give the Beat.
Don't know. I would ask him what he values himself at, and we'll go from there.
I mean, let's say he values himself at the market value that I've already given.
6K a season.
6K a season. What do you think about
I would laugh in his face.
that? Really? I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. Rio, you weren't expecting him to be. You were expecting him to be your second driver, right? To be the one who gets that second place. The one to cover that space up, so to say. Right? Wouldn't the Beat's expectations be the same?
Or what?
You know, being that second driver. To cover that.
No, he's going to be the second driver. I'm not being the second driver of my own team.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You expected Rio to be the second driver. Within the expectation for Rio's brother, the Beat, to have that same expectation, you know, for him, for the Beat to be that second driver for LeBron James.
Well, obviously, he's a machine at getting second places.
What would be a price?
No, that sounded like an insult, but it's not.
I mean, you can take it both ways.
And this stupid Lightning McQueen, stupid. I don't know what you're saying, sorry.
If you're not willing to pay him 6K, what are you willing to pay him? At the most. What you find to be the limit.
I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I don't want to, at the end of the season, him leave and then I've just funded the entirety of the next season of Panipuri.
Oh my gosh, this guy's so annoying. Okay, putting yourself in the managerial role of LeBron James, what would you say was the hardest decision when it comes to managing, or the hardest decision
the entirety of ever?
Yeah, the entirety of you being a manager of LeBron James. What was the hardest decision?
Most people probably won't believe me as I did it quite hastily, but I actually did think about it quite a lot. It's actually getting rid of Arnav.
Really? I feel like you didn't even think twice on that.
Yeah, I actually thought about it quite a bit, because I was thinking of getting Dylan for like ages.
I mean,
because I noticed that after we told him he could sprint, you could see he was fast, and you could tell with each race he was getting slightly better
Yeah,
at
I agree.
controlling it while going fast. And obviously, it's been shown this season.
Why not sign him then?
A bit late for that, isn't it? Already signed the contract.
True that. There is a release clause. I mean, which would you rather do? Fund the beat per season, 6K, or would you pay once for Arnov to the beat? Pay once to the beat once, maybe like a price of 6K, and then just pay his salary.
Leave. I don't see Arnav leaving.
I mean, you know, there's always the prospect of it. I mean, if you were to approach a driver first, who would it be, him or his teammate? I mean,
Beat or Arnav.
yeah. Because 2K is not a big wage to you know, put up. Just think about
Probably
it.
now that I think about it, Arnav, because
Right?
it really depends on how much that release clause is. How much is that damn release clause?
He put the same thing you did for Rio. A fair amount. That is what is said on the release clause itself. However,
Surely his market value is a fair amount.
I mean, market values at, again, I told you, 3K, 3.2K, right? And then he's only being paid 2K per season. So, I think, wouldn't it be a smart idea for LeBron James? I mean, if the next few races don't seem too good for Rio, I think what I would do, personally, is terminate the
contract.
Terminate the contract with Rio. Find a compromisation with the beat.
God, I would feel terrible doing that if he actually wanted to race.
I mean, the beat told us himself he's being a bit of a tipsy, right? You could terminate his contract. Find a compromisation with the beat on the price of Arnov, and then up the salary on Arnov to make sure he actually agrees to join you, right?
I hate people.
It's one person after the other. I mean, really, wouldn't that be a bit of a?
How would you feel being my sporting director?
Oh, me, I can't. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a position I cannot be in.
Secret sporting director.
I cannot do that. I absolutely cannot do that. I mean, I'm a journalist. That's number one. Number two, I'm the main commentator for FM1. I cannot have any ties to any teams except for being a fan of LeBron James. That is, you know.
Okay.
I mean, you just think about it, right?
Okay.
If you do sign Arnov, the beat has that extra moolah to go and spend on either Tipsy or Rio, right? And Tipsy's not in his prime. Rio's ish if we are assuming is doing bad the next few races. And Nizam Fahum has not been racing. You would get the upper hand, right? Just a thought.
He would just get Freddie.
Yeah, he gets Freddie, but Freddie barely races, right? And is not on his prime, right? You would get the upper hand for maybe what 2-3 seasons, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, 3.
In Monaco, Freddie nearly lapped the beat Anonov.
True that. True that. But would you say Tipsy's a better driver than Doppelganger right now?
No.
No. So
I think he's better than Arnold though right now.
true that. But Arnold attempts more. I mean, what you're looking for is a medium, right? Arnold's your man. If I was if I was your sporting director, I would say Arnold's your man. He attends every race. He gets the job done. He gets points. He doesn't leave points out, right? He's able to follow orders. He's not a man to be looking for revenge or whatever, right? Team orders, right? He's able to follow those. That was clear in Kopia Faisha, doing racing strategies with Doppelganger. Maybe he's maybe he's slightly worse than Tipsy is, yeah. But which is an easier person to hone their craft, Arnov or Rio? Or Tipsy?
That is another thing I did like about him. He was just so calm.
Exactly. He's a person you kind of need in the chaos of FM1, right? He never... Maybe he does take a few steps wrong here and there. Ish. But most of the time, even if he makes a mistake, you can see he keeps his composure. I mean, composure is all you need. I mean, you need veracity as well. But sometimes that can get out of hand. I mean, see Doppelganger when you did that smooth overtake over him, yeah? He didn't keep his composure. The veracity didn't give him anything. It's
They're trying to frame me for going over track limits.
Exactly. I mean, and he hasn't got the best of records with you. I mean, if you think about it, out of all the people, he would be the most expensive to pay for, therefore funding his Panipuri team, right? And you've got to deal with the fact that he might even just, just give up on being your teammate.
It's really annoying how you talked me into this.
I'm just saying, I'm putting out facts. As a team manager, first thing, I would be looking at the performance of Rio. I mean, first races are nothing, yeah? First races are nothing. But if it continues, if his performance continues, his what would you call it? The dedication to the sport diminishes, right? Smartest would be terminating contract, getting Arnov. I mean, it's better than letting him stay a season and then get kicked out of the 2 seasons you promised him, or the 4, whatever is on the contract. The beat would be a bad. The beat would not be a bad idea because he's a good driver. But number 1, you're funding him, like you said. Number 2, you got to deal with him and his composure. And then number 3, you'd be asking for a lot. Tipsy, on the other hand, doesn't come to a lot of the races. He would be asking for a lot as well, I'm pretty sure. He values himself a lot, as can be seen in season 6 or 7. So he will be asking a lot for himself, and he would be a harder person to hone on skills now that he's got his ego up the roof. Nizam barely attends, so your best option is, if in the case you want to get Rio out, is Arnov Ganesh, Matrix Tube. Was it 9 second places? Season 2 kind of proves to you that in the right situations, he can definitely improve. He's got his composure. I'm pretty sure he's willing to learn. He's a person who's not like blinded by any hatred most of the time. Um, was it? He's got composure. He's basically what you need in a driver right now. A teammate, a teammate that can follow orders, a teammate that can help you, but not one that is willing to, you know, go against you type thing. He's not. He's not that type of person, and he doesn't ask for much either. I mean, his market value was 3.2. I warned him about that. I messaged him. You've got a contract from the beat. He's giving you 2K. Make sure you check your market value. Yet he still signed with the beat with that 2K, which just means you've got an easier position to up the price of his wage, and just give the beat a bit of the money to pay off for the release clause. You know, it would be easiest thing. I think easiest move. That's the safest option, or you could go risky.
I'll definitely consider it.
Right? I mean, you told me yourself you actually saw him improving. It just takes a few practices, and I think he's got it. I mean, paying him what? Paying 4K for Arnov, I think is a better idea than paying 4K for Rio.
I think he'd be more appreciative if I just paid him what he was worth.
Exactly.
His market value.
He's a man to appreciate, to be grateful of whatever. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. It sounds smooth, that was.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Rio's the risky option. The potential he has is high.
Yeah, I'll still give him a chance. There's still the scenario where he just gets better and better and better with each race.
Yeah.
And I've pulled an absolute blinder.
It's a very risky option, I'll tell you that. But if it works out, I think as a team you'll be ahead of what you will be with Arnov. The thing is, Arnov's a lot safer.
Then if the B ever wants Rio, say swap deal.
Yeah, you could do that, but the thing is, oh no. Could do swap deal, but then he ends up having the better driver. I mean, by the time if Rio does get to that stage where he's consistently getting those P2s, that would be a dumb idea to get Arnov. Unless
but
Arnov's, where are you?
You know
that,
me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. I don't like winning. I mean, I like winning, but not for longer than 2 seasons.
True that. Or is it more of an argument to not get the beat?
I think if I were to get to B, I'd only sign him on like a 1-season contract.
Though the competition would be a bit lack. Oh frick! Wait.
What?
The beat's on, or he can get on.
The beat's on.
Yeah.
No wait, isn't the time for him now 8:34?
In the morning.
Because he said it was 7 hours ahead.
I mean, that's pretty much it for the interview today, Josh. Thank you for joining me. You'll see this video on YouTube soon, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh wait, let's just wait till the 30-minute mark.
Well, like actually.
There you go.